you very much. So we came to get some lunch because we were feeling, wait for it, Hungary. Got some little pizzas, which is really cool. We've made it to this very swanky looking castle and we're gonna go and have a look inside. So update, we've decided not to go into the castle because it wasn't free entry, so not having that. Free entry to the souvenir shop though, oi oi. So over here you can see where the swimming and diving took place because Budapest, a couple of weeks ago, hosted the World Championships for sports. Yeah, so all the structures are still up. They also have these little boats you can rent out, clearly very popular as you can see by how many of them are on this lake. So here we have Heroes Square, Budapest's biggest square. What's the point, you ask? I've got no idea. It's quite nice, isn't it? We could be heroes just for one day. We've got grapefruit radlers. Cheers, everyone.
Is it a radler? Yeah.
To Budapest. To the Budapest in Budapest. This is Budapest, the Baroque Hostel. So we got some beds down here, and then, hell yeah. So we just have a little bed up here. It's really cool.
Oh yeah.
You what? Do you like it?
No, I do. It's fine, it's good. It's good.
Do you want to show them the view, Jack?
Maybe this is the den.
Let's check out the view. I've still got my backpack on.
Oh wait, I can't open it. I feel like this is meant to do something, but it doesn't.
Should I can, you know, I can use my hands, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, the road. Now let's go explore Budapest. So these things here are, it's like a little trolley kind of thing that you pedal and drink beer. So you can only drink the beer if you pedal along with it, which sounds exhausting but also great fun, like the more you drink. So we won't be doing it, but I admire anyone who does. Alrighty then. Oh, that's more interesting. Mate, get out of the way, I want to watch the beer. How long have they been going for? We are currently walking down the longest avenue in all of Hungary. If that ain't a title, I don't know what is. To go to District 5, which is very Hunger Games-esque, but apparently that is where all the fooderies are at. And I volunteer as tribute. We're gonna go and get some food because we are Hungary. Budapest burgers, absolutely buzzing. Although Liam and Ed already finished because we got stuck behind slow people in the queue. It was not good, but I'm buzzing. Okay, so the restaurant has actually beat me to my terrible joke. I'm a bit annoyed about that, to be honest.
We're gonna spend some money on it.
I mean, you know the hostel's good when you have to put your phone torch into the hooks on the bathroom door because the light bulb doesn't work. I'm in hell right now. Today we are in Budapest and we are hungry for some knowledge. So we are heading to the centre, to St. Stephen's Basilica, to join a free walking tour. It's a communist walking tour, and we spent the last like 2 years, all of us, studying communism in like the Soviet Union and in terms of politics and that kind of thing. So we thought it'd be really interesting to see kind of how Budapest fared under communist rule. It was also fascist before that, so I think it should be, blimey, quite interesting. OMFG. Sign me up. So this statue is really interesting because this angel is meant to represent like the Hungarian people, and this eagle is meant to represent like the horrible Germans like coming and attacking them. So the Hungarian people are seen as like angels, but it's controversial because basically what people say is that actually it was only Jewish Hungarians who suffered under Germans, and that the Nazis were to blame, like Hungarian Nazis, not necessarily just the Germans. So it's really interesting. And there's lots of these pictures of actual Jewish victims and stones, because that's what Jewish people leave instead of flowers at the memorials for Jewish victims. Here is a bunker. Don't have an awful lot to say about this. It's just a bunker. So this is what was called the Lenin Institution, which is where the communist leaders of the future were trained in how to be communist leaders, so like teachers and like politicians, that kind of thing. But it's interesting because some of the students here actually became the leaders of the revolution against communism in 1956. So they were trained about communism, so they knew kind of what was going on, and then kicked its ass a little bit. On with the tour. Yeah. So this here is the last remaining Soviet memorial in Budapest. The others have all been destroyed. But this one's really controversial. Basically the US embassy is over there, so it's a big, like, you know, in your face from Russia. Over there you can see the sickle and hammer, which is obviously a sign of communism, and then these are the names of like the Soviet troops who died fighting for occupation of Hungary. And in 1956, during the student revolution, they tried to remove this little emblem here. So this is the bridge dedicated to the guy who led the revolution in 1956. The bridge is basically connecting the east and the west. So the guy is like looking to the Parliament building, which is over here, because he's looking forward to democracy. So that's what that means. This square is where the revolution first started, but people were told to go home because this guy over here, oh, it's very handy, good placing. He told them all to go home because he would sort it out using democratic methods, not violence. But the people were like, actually, don't really fancy doing that and kind of want a bit of action. So they went and stood on the roofs of buildings like this, and they would have red stars on, so they knocked the red stars off, and they decapitated the statue of Stalin, which is in Hero Square, or was in Hero Square, pulled his head off. And also interestingly, these little marks on here are where bullet holes were from battles during World War II, in which only 23% of the city was left undestroyed. Not the best. Oh, tram. Oh, that would have been a good Instagram. Big shout out to Budapest for providing free cold water on the hottest day of the year. Oh yeah. Who chooses the hot option? This here is a really touching tribute to the Jewish victims of the Nazi party who were thrown into the river and killed, and their shoes were all that was left. And it just breaks my heart how tiny some of them are. It's really sad. Oh, and here's the Parliament building. Just sliding into the DM. So this is really cool, but what's cooler is I can put my camera down for a bit. I'm sure that's like blasphemous in some way. I'm gonna just take that off right now. We are just on our way to go and get some crepes because we are feeling, wait for it, Hungary. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's all I can do is apologise. Sigh, if only we could afford the tram. Alas, we walk on. We've come for a stop off to get some pancakes because communism wears you out, you know. Oh, heavenly. I know that's like the view, but holy moly, this thing is great. Guys, I couldn't think of a segue to get to the next shot, so I hope this will do. I feel like yesterday I kind of slagged this square off, saying that there was nothing interesting here, but actually this thing here used to be a statue of Stalin, and this is where all of the big protests against the communist regime took place. So actually it's quite an interesting place. There's also these flags dotted around the city which have the emblem cut out, which is a protest against communism. Fun fact. It's very dark now. And that is kind of it for today's vlog. We're back at the hostel now, and tonight we're going to a spa party, or a sparty, if you will. The lovely people over at Sparty have very kindly sent us some VIP tickets for tonight's event. I'm so excited, I can't even tell you. So I'm going to make a whole vlog out of that, and leave this one here. So if you liked it, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe for more Off the Rails vlogs. The full playlist with all of the vlogs so far will be down there somewhere. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.